Racing out at Fairview take place on Tuesday, and we've got 8 races on the program, 8 races on the poly track, and we begin with a maiden juvenile plate for the fillies over the 1,000 meter trip. 25 past 12 is the off time, and joining me on the line is Grant Paddock. Grant, how you doing?
Morning, Raheel. Morning, punters. It's okay. Nice Monday morning, and hopefully we can put these punters into the right horses on Tuesday. It was a tricky day on Friday, some really upside down results, but we've got to put that behind us and try and get them on the right horses tomorrow.
Let's get straight into it. Racing on the poly track, and in the first race, favourite here is number 1, Arabian Blue, for Alan Creff and Richard Fourie, trading at even money. Number 3, Fiery Countess, 16-10. Number 2, Faraway Girl, is at 7-2. Her dam was quite speedy, Vanda Spirit. And then you can get 12-1 and better bar those. Now, race 1, what's your thoughts?
Raheel, a lot of talk on the ground for number 1, Arabian Blue. When I was at the course 2 weeks ago, they were talking about this horse. And I see us running first time out on the poly. I can't believe we're having poly races in February already. But anyway, it is what it is. And a lot of talk for Arabian Blue. Opened up even money. Probably going to jump shorter than that. I haven't heard for anything else. Faraway Girl, as you say, bred for a bit of speed. And then Fiery Countess has got the 2 runs behind her. She never really improved in her second start. Maybe she'll take to the poly going around the turn for the first time. But the turn for these young horses, anything can happen. Experience is a big factor here. But I am tipping at 1, 3, 7 and 2.
1, 3, 7 and 2 in race 1. Race number 2, start off the place accumulator. Open maiden for fillies and mares over the 1,200 meter trip. 1 o'clock is the off time. And number 7, Little Lexi, tops the board at 11-10. It's 15-10 about number 1, Sheets and Goggles. It's 7-1, Tune Again. Oh Yoko, number 5, has found support from 10-1 into 7-1. It's in 16-1 and better bar those. Now, this filly, she is Sheets and Goggles, has been very frustrating to follow. She's been fancied from the start of her career when finding support on debut. Found 1 too good. That was her best run to date behind all is green, and she hasn't really put her best foot forward since, beaten at 7-10 last time out. But Grant, this is a significant step down in class for her.
Well, it is a step in class. Bar Little Lexi and Oyoko, I must say that, the Cliffy Milliard, they like to do these shooties in the maiden place where they come with a bit of Cape Town form and they win first time out. So not much of a step down in class with those 2 horses in the race. I am in the preference of Little Lexi, only carrying 54 on her back. She's got to be a massive runner. That was a good second at 1,200 meters. And would have had her where Sheets and Goggles as a raider. She hasn't seen the poly and got a good draw at 2, but she's giving a lot of weight away. 7 kilos is a hell of a lot of weight to Little Lexi, and I'm definitely in the camp of Little Lexi, just having that opportunity to be on the poly with Alan. So Yoko, definite runner. Tune Again, there and thereabouts, and Quartet, kind of a horse. Tune Again, but I think the winner will come from either the 7 or the 1, and I'm tipping at 7, 1, 5 and 4.
7, 1, 5 and 4 in race number 2. Race number 3, start off the pick 6, 13:35, the off time. It is a Pinnacle Stakes over the 2,000 meter trip, and your favourite is number 2, Lady Silvano, even money. Number 1, Official Secret, 3-1 into 22-10. Number 7, Epicleros, 3-1 into 28-10. Now, Craig Zaki takes a ride here for number 2, Lady Silvano. Is unbeaten on the start of both Silvano, 2 from 2. After a dominant win 2 starts back, just found 1 too good last time out. And Grant, how do you tip them in race number 3?
Yeah, Raheel, very, very strong on Lady Silvano. I think she's a very decent filly. Course and distance specialist. Craig's on. Craig knows her very well. Solid front runner. I don't see any other pace in the race, and I think she'll take a power of beating. Alan's other horse, Official Secret's got to be right on top of them with Richard Fourie up. There was a bit of early money on it. 62 kilos. I don't know if you can give 2.5 kilos to Lady Silvano. Quartets and trifectas, Gideon's daughter, Epicleros, medalist start. With nice to see Louis back in the saddle in PE. Hopefully it can turn Sharon's luck around. But very, very strong. My nap on the day, Lady Silvano to win, and I'm tipping it 2, 1, 5 and 7.
We're going to move along to race number 4, maiden plate over the 1,200 meter trip. The start of Jackpot 1. 10 past 2 the off time. Number 2, Chili Bomb, is the favourite here at 16-10. Number 1, Grand Oasis at 33-10. Number 6, House of Sussex at 9-2. 5-1 about number 4, Velvet Valor. It's 11-2 and better ball though. So that is race number 4. This horse, Chili Bomb, I'm glad to see him dropping back down in trip to 1200 meters. He hasn't been able to stay the mile trip at his last two starts, and first round for the new yard has an awkward draw to deal with, but I'd expect him to be right there in the firing line, Grant.
Well, you know those form lines better than what I do. There's no talk on the ground. 10 out of 10 is not going to be easy for him over 1200 meters. There's a hell of a lot of pace in this race. I very much like this horse, number 1, Grand Oasis. Solid front runner, merit rated at 74. He's pretty well clear of most of the horses in the race. Got a 2 draw. He's going to be there for nothing, and he probably could get away for them at the right time. Bright future, definitely a horse for trifectas and quarters, maybe even the exactas. Velvet Valor there and thereabouts. But then obviously you have to put in Chili Bomb as well. I'm not too sure. I haven't heard anything on the ground with regards to Chili Bomb, but it ain't going to be easy from draw 10. And I see his polyform has been moderate, to say the most. So, yeah, definitely in the camp of the 1. I'm tipping at 1, 2, 4, and 5.
Grand Oasis is the top choice here at 33 to 10 in the market. Moving along to race number 5 next, and the 5th race will be the start of Jackpot 2. It's the Fillies and Mares 72 handicap over 1600 meters. 14:45 is the off time. Number 1, September Flower, is your favorite at 5 to 2. Number 5, Flight Display 7 to 2. Number 2, Could It Be at 4 to 1. Number 3, Flower Festival 6 to 1. It is 8 to 1 and better bar those. Now, this filly, September Flower, won a very good race last time out of the 1300 meter trip, and you'd expect it to get the distance of the mile. She's a filly that seems to be improving nicely with racing. And Grant, is she your top choice, or are you with the Raider?
No, definitely not my top choice. Question mark stepping up to the mile with 61 kilos. 3-year-old filly, not going to be easy. Flower Festival from the Sharon Cotton Yards, big runner. He's a good last run out behind September Flower. Then you have the likes of Canford Queen and Flight Display. I really do like Flight Display. She's my first choice. Won a very good race last time out. She looked in trouble and she found extra. No problems with stepping her back to the mile. She's a solid front runner, big filly, and with Craig Zaki on, it's got to be the horse to beat in this kind of a race. Tricky kind of a race. Could It Be, back end of Cortez, been running there and thereabouts in Cape Town against Stronger. She's going to be there. But a tricky kind of a race where I'm tipping at 5, 3, 1, and 4.
5, 3, 1, and 4 in race number 5. Moving along to race number 6 next. 20 past 3 is the off time. It is a classified stakes over 1600 meters, and the 6th race on the program. Having a look at the market here, favorite is number 2, Legal Thriller at 7 to 2. You can get 9 to 2 about number 8, Get It Done. Number 1, Round the World, is at 5 to 1. It's 7 to 1 about number 4, Meet at the Windsor. It's an 8 to 1 and better bar. Those are very competitive races, Grant. And what's your thinking here?
Yeah, very competitive. Once again, Legal Thriller, favourite, bookmaker's horse. He hasn't won a race for a while, and he's always there and thereabouts. He'll give you a place accumulator kind of a run. But Run the World, I see there's been money for that. The way he won his maiden, he won it super impressively, but he raced from way off the pace and came late. So I don't know if you're going to be able to do that over a poly mile. That's for sure. It's not going to be easy for him. This horse, Meet at the Windsor, he's holding solid form. He's always on the fringes, and this horse like this could definitely win a race like this, there's no doubt. And then obviously the filly, or the mare from the Sharon Cotton Yard, Get It Done. You know, she's very well in here, being at a classified, and with Louis up, unfortunately drawn out at 12. If Louis can do something from that draw, she's got to be a runner. And then the Strudy in the race, number 12, Arid Vigiccio. Good poly form prior to its last grass run, which wasn't too flash. Back on the poly, decent draw, 52 kilos only. It's got to be in the money as well. Tricky kind of a race for the punters to get through, and I'm tipping at 4 from 8, 2, and 12. 4, 8 to 12 in race number 6 for Grant. Could be some value there with number 12, Aravadicho, at 12 to 1 in the market. We move along to race number 7 now, and the 7th race is a Fillies and Mares 86 handicap. 1200 meters the distance. 4 o'clock is the off time. Number 2, You Win Again, favorite at 18 to 10. Number 9, Jade's Cabernet, is at 9 to 2. It is 6 to 1 about number 1, Lovegrass. 7 to 1, Bomber Girl, who was a shock winner on Friday. We'll see if she takes a place. 7 to 1, number 5, Idita. It's an 8 to 1 and better bar those. Now, You Win Again, her polyform is solid. She's run second at her last 2 starts. She goes over 1200 meters, and she jumped from a good draw. So, Grant, she's definitely going to be a big player here. Yeah, 100%. She's a banker for me in the place accumulator, maybe even in the pick six. If she behaves herself and loads, she'll win. Won a very good race here, first time out. I see there's been a bit of money for it. Stepping up to the 1200 could be a slight issue. I think she's better over 1,000. As you say, Bomber Girl won as she wanted to on Friday. She's going to get lumbered there, there's no doubt. So we'll have to have a look if she takes her place. Ideet is a filly that's finding her form again, and from a good draw with Craig up, it's got to be there and thereabouts. So too Ella's Delight's Quartet, kind of a horse. And then the fillies at the bottom, Miss Shavy, Concerto, Jade's Cabernet, and Jabbo Sana, all got Quartet kind of chances. But I think the winner will definitely come from You Win Again, and I'm tipping at 2, 1, 5, and 10.
Strong in the camp of You Win Again in race number 7. Race 8, final race on the day. Classified stakes, 1,200 meters, 16:35 the off time. And your favorite in the last race on the program. Number 2, Coastal Path, 28-10. It's 3-1 about number 5, Iguguletu. Number 6, Decree at 5-1. Number 11, Seattle Ripper at 6-1. It's double figure odds about the balance. How many horses needed in the last, Grant?
You're going to need a few here. Very tricky kind of a race. I found a bit of value in this horse, number 6, Decree. He really won a very, very good maiden last time out, and I'm not a big fan of stepping up out of the maidens, but the way this horse won and the ease at which it won, I really think there's some decent value there. Drawn 2, he's going to be stretching out in front, there's no doubt about that. Then you have the likes of Bosnay, the filly from draw 1. That's also going to be right up there. Coastal Path coming back from a layoff, 116 days. Alan knows how to get them right, but from draw 11, it's definitely not going to be easy for him, but doesn't know how to run a bad race. And, you know, Iguguletu also got decent form. Craig up, you can't leave that combination out. Tricky kind of a race, but I'm tipping at 6, 5, 10, and 2 with my value bet on the day, the 6, Decree.
5-1 in the market, number 6, Decree, and let's see if all maps out nicely for him having his first run of the maidens. We're going to move along to the suggested bet now. Grant will take us through his suggested bet for racing on Tuesday out at Fairview. And Grant, take it away.
Thank you very much, Raheel. My best bet, race 3, number 2, Lady Silvano. The value bet, race 8, number 6, Decree. And the suggested bet is a place accumulator goes as follows. We open up with 1 and 7, by banker 2, by 1, 2, 4, by 1, 3, 5, by 2, 4, 8, by banker 2, by 5, 6, and 10 for 162 Rand full unit.
That is Grant's place accumulator, and he's given us his best bet and value bet. Grant, thanks very much. Looking forward to the meeting on Tuesday, and have a wonderful week.
Thank you very much, Raheel, and good luck to those punters playing tomorrow. Goodbye.
All the best with racing on Tuesday out at Fairview.